Hi, I'm Kamakshi Masaru. I'm open source software evangelist and also a full stack web developer. I'm also academic of data science and analytics. In this video cast, I'm going to talk about a very popular programming language known as JavaScript, which is widely used for various needs of web development. Um, it is actually a functional programming language, which means it has wonderful mechanisms to create functions to handle various events associated with the browser, web, and um, and that's it. So without much talk, let me. I'm just going to use developer tools that comes as a bundle inside together with web browser in your computer. So if you want to open your developer tools, you just have to press. If you're in, it doesn't matter in which operating system you are in. You just have to press the keyboard combination shortcut Control Shift J. Now this will straight away take you to this. I think I don't want this. I can straight away straight away take you to the console. We need a console. A few people also call it as terminal. It doesn't matter. Like in Windows, we call it as command prompt or something like that. So every console will have some prompt. Here for JavaScript, the default the console inside the developer tools, built-in web developer tools inside a browser has a prompt which is greater than symbol, and this is actually the place we can start writing the code. So maybe down the line after a couple of sessions, I may show you how to write the JavaScript inside a file or by using an editor. But for learning purposes, I'm not going to talk about the development. I'm just going to talk about some certain, the basic concepts, especially meant for beginners. Okay, so for that we just don't need any editor or, we don't need to create the scripts, and we don't need to write the scripts using editors. So we can straight away use the inbuilt console that comes along with the default web browser in your computer. So this is actually the place. If you see the left side, actually you got a default search engine. In my web browser, actually Google is the default search engine. So if you after you open the developer tools, if you go to the elements, you got this various elements associated with this left side web page. Okay, this is just you can also go. You can press this page source, something like that. This is actually the code behind this particular web page. Okay, and the same code here, but these are all actually the editable. So you can just press this, choose one of the elements, and here, let's say for example, if shall I go for think body and all. I can choose one of the elements here and then change. I can change the name of the Google as something else and all, something like that. But those changes implemented within the browser in my computer, but not global. They will not be appear as a global. They will not change globally. Okay, so the browser in your computer will be different. The changes which I do inside my browser will be there inside my browser. They will not reflect in your browser. So here, this is the element button where you find the source code of a web page, and we need console, and there is sources here. This is actually the tree structure for this particular the network and all. These are all actually useful for some certain. So maybe in future I take up the discussion related to the rest of the. For now, I just resolved to talk about some of the important concepts. The first one is going to be the data types, and maybe if I have time, then I can talk about data structures in my consequent, something like that. So now coming to the data types. So for every programming language, we need programming languages to process data. Okay. Actually, the basic purpose of the programming language is to process data. So this data tend to be different in different. Tend to different as by the scenario. Like we do deal with numerical data, character-based data, sounds, pictures, tables, videos, and many more. So basically we have numerical and non-numerical. So in this video I'm going to talk to you about how to in console I mean in JavaScript, everything is a variable. So we do every operation by defining a variable. To define a variable, we got a keyword called var, or you can also use something called let. Okay, there is some certain difference between these two keywords, but for time being we don't need to be so incisive in knowing about the difference between this. So for time being, just no, I'm just going to create an object called a, and I just want to save a number. Now when I do this and execute the statement inside JavaScript by using JavaScript in console, Chromium console, now I created an object called a. Okay, now in the same fashion I can also create another object. This time I call f name, which means first name, my name. It is just going to be Amakshaya. And now I want to create one more name, that is last name. Okay, and this time I want my last name is Musumuru. And then that's it. Like if I want to know what is the first name, it is. If I want to know what is the last name, it is like that. And every object tend to have some certain properties. So once you, suppose if I want to know what can I do with this object A, so we have so many, to exponential, to fixed, to, we don't need to know each and everything. We can also make it as toString. Now one is not a number, it is a string. Now a is still a number. Suppose if I use a plus 1, it is 2. Now let say is equal, let b is equal to a plus 1. That is, now b is 2, something like that. So this way we can just go ahead doing so basically actually the console acts like a calculator. So you can do any kind of, say for example I want to 2 multiplied by 3 and to the power of 2. Somebody guess what is this? 6 to the power of 2, which means 6 6 are 32, something like that. So if I'm interested, I can also save this as a variable. Okay, I can just use the upper arrow to walk into the history of the console, and then let's see is equal to, now what is c? It is 36. Now c to exponential to fixed to local string or something like that, value of, you can also just now this is another function, it is a value of c. So like this we can do, say for example if I have b is a string, not b actually, f name is a string. Let's see what are the different methods available for. By the way, see my console is clogged with a lot of few statements, and if I want to clear, so it's saying Linux command control L or clear. So you can use any of them, like oh, there is already, okay, fine. It's retrieving the element from the left side document, that's okay, fine. Console, sorry, I do a lot of mistakes, spelling mistakes. Clear. This will clear your console, that's okay, fine. You still have those objects, okay, they are there living in your workspace, okay. And this is actually about the numerical data. A is an object or a variable which has numeric, and b is actually, it's also a number, c is another number, and then f name is not a number, it is collection of letters which is a string, and l name is actually another string which is a collection of some letters. Now suppose if you want to concatenate kind of two different strings, console log, you don't need this actually, but console log is actually a way of printing something into the console bank. Okay, just like in every programming language we got a standard print statement, right? So just like that in JavaScript, console log is a print statement, some kind of thing. Console log, f name, not f name, I think I was trying to talk about something else. Maybe, I don't know why I'm talking about console, I forgot it. Something like that. Okay, yeah, console, I was talking about log, f name plus l name. So this is just going to combine both of these. Now what I can do is, When I press upward arrow, it will take back to the full name. Okay, the full name is, okay, and then you got plus here, and then you got some space. Sorry, something like that. Okay, fine. I was trying to something in this computer. I think my laptop has got some. So I just want to distinguish my first name from this. I just want to put something like that. You can concatenate like this, and you can also make console. Let me so this is all about numbers and strings, and you can also do some complex mathematical calculations, just like you got in Java we got a library called math. Okay, math dot sine. So in base you don't have it is not a base function. Okay, sine you need to have something like 90. It is roughly one, and then you got cos, obtain, tangent, math sine 90 divided by math cos. I think this should be tan, right? Cos 90. This is actually -1, so we can go for math tan and then 90. I'm just trying to, yeah, it is same kind of. So this way you can just do any complex. You can also kind of exponential. So okay, 1 should be 2.7. E to the power of 1 should be 2.7. Math pi 3.14. You've got pi constant. So this is 3.14, something like that. You can just do miracles. It is a gigantic calculator. That's what I can say. Just you can do any complex mathematical calculation by using JavaScript inside the Chromium console developer tools. So maybe that's it for this video. Maybe I can talk about a little more in my next video about data structures. Okay. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the new content. Please subscribe to my video channel. Press like button. Thank you.